Let's cut the bullshit and let's set the record straight. Let me show them how it should be done. Let me do things my way. Fuck AFTVFC. You have no idea what you have started.
Hello boys and girls, welcome to my preview and predicted lineup for this Sunday's massive game in the Premier League against Crystal Palace. Home comforts, we are back at the Emirates where we are predominantly very strong. Now we do have the second best Premier League record at home behind Manchester City and alongside Liverpool. It's away from home that we've had our problems. So with that said, this should be 3 points. This should be comfortable. But it's never that way with Arsenal. Now, Crystal Palace, I don't think they're going to get dragged into that relegation dogfight. They're 8 points clear of Cardiff at the moment. They have lost 17 games this season, but we cannot take that for granted. They have had some brilliant results on the road this season. Most notably, they won at the Etihad against Manchester City. Now, that game will be remembered in particular for one goal from Andros Townsend. What a goal. That, for me, is one of the goals of the season. Right up there, unbelievable. So if we go into this with the wrong mindset and feeling a little leggy and a little bit, hungover from the game in Naples on Thursday, we could very easily come unstuck. Now, with the top four race and everything else, it is very much like a yo-yo. 1 minute we can be third, the next minute we can be sixth. And it's exactly the same again for this game. Now, going into this one, we will know the result of the Spurs game. They go to the Etihad against Manchester City. And if they lose, we've got the opportunity of going third. If they win, we lose, we can drop down to sixth, and it's crazy. Manchester United are playing before us as well. They travel to Goodison Park against Everton. That'll be a tough game for them, given the fact of their recent form, and also the way they crashed out of the Champions League and everything else. Chelsea, they play after us on the Monday, but we do also have a game in hand. But this game is crucial because in midweek we go away to Wolves. Now that's one of the fixtures that we're looking at and saying is difficult. We also go to Leicester next Sunday, so it's a double header in terms of away games. That's why this game is a must win. Every game is a must win, but the home ones, most definitely, you have to win them and then see what happens away from home. If we can get this win, it takes us full of confidence into the game against Wolves. And then if we can get something out of that one, then it really sets us up nicely before we go to Leicester on the Sunday. And incidentally, that fixture as well has been changed to the Sunday because the fact that we are in the semi-finals of the Europa League. It was scheduled for a Monday night, but because we're going to be playing on the Thursday against Valencia, it's been dropped back to the Sunday. So that's actually good news for us. I'm fed up of all this Monday night football and everything else. So it'll be nice to play on the Sunday. I believe it's a 12 o'clock kickoff, so it's an early one. But listen, when the weather's like this and the sun is shining, if it's the same again and we're picking up 3 points, then I'm going to be absolutely buzzing. Now, this game is going to be very interesting in terms of the team selection because I feel that Unai Emery is going to have to juggle things around, and also he's got to contend with some injuries, and there's some very crucial injuries in there as well, which I'll get into in a moment. And we're just going to have to juggle it. We're going to have to get the balance right. We're going to have to get the mix right, unlike we did at Everton. And I just feel that being at home could be a bit more of an advantage for us. We can take more of a risk, and with all due respect to Crystal Palace, it's not disrespecting them, but the fact that we are at home in comparison to playing away at Wolves and Leicester coming up, those are the key ones. And I feel that if anyone's got a niggling injury, we need to be resting them for this game and then playing them in that one. So that's what I'm going to go with anyway. And the team lineup, the formation, it's going to be very interesting to say the least. And with that said, I'm going to go and get into the predicted lineup. Starting off in goal, Leno. Very straightforward decision. Premier League goalkeeper. Petr Cech's in the Europa League, despite the fact that we feel that, you know, he should also be playing there as well. But listen, it's the Premier League, so absolutely no problems whatsoever. He's been saving us so many points over the last month, and going to need another big performance from him for this one. So that's Leno. In defence, given the fact that we've got some resting needed and we've also got some injuries and suspensions, I'm going to revert to the back four for this game. And it's going to be very, very interesting what we do. But starting off in the right back position, I'm going to go with Mustafi. Keep him out of the central area, play him on the right hand side. We did that against Watford and I felt he played all right. Looking back on it, looking at my player ratings, maybe I was a little harsh on him. And you know, in the cold light of day, when you get to watch it again and you know your adrenaline's dropped down and everything else, you kind of see a little more than you do when you're in the game and emotions are running high. So yeah, I'd play Mustafi right back. In the central of defence, of course, Sokratis is suspended, last of his 2-game suspension. So going to start off with Koscielny, captain, and he's been absolutely magnificent since he's come back from his injury. And he's proving a lot of people wrong, including myself. I thought he was finished. I thought that was it for him. But he is doing such a good job. It's unbelievable what he's doing. And I've got no problems at all, and I'm going to play him there. Alongside him, I'm going to go with a young lad, Mavropanos. Again, a player that I was maybe a little bit critical of in my player ratings last time out. And looking it back, I thought he had a decent game. I still think he looked a little heavy at times in his legs and whatnot. But that can probably come down to the fact that he hasn't played a lot of football. So I've got no problems with him there alongside Koscielny. And that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to play him there. In the left back position, I'm going to go with Monreal. Much better in the flat 4 than a 3, even though he's been doing well in that defensive 3 lately. And if I had to choose between him and Kolasinac in that left back position, then it's going to be Nacho all day long. Going to move into the 2 that sit in front of the back 4. Now this is where we've got some problems, and that's why I'm going with a flat 4 for this game, because it doesn't look like Torreira or Xhaka are going to be available for this game. I feel that Xhaka's probably got a little bit more chance than Torreira. But Torreira went into the game in Naples with a groin injury and he was feeling it towards the end of that game. And I think that he's not serious, but he's going to be rested for this one and we're going to save him for the Wolves game. And with Xhaka as well, he came off with a bit of a hip problem. I think he may well be all right, but I'm not 100% sure. So starting off, I'm going to go with Mohamed Elneny. It's not my preferred choice player in there, and we all remember what happened at Everton, but being at home in comparison to away, I think it might be a little bit more different. Came on in Naples. I don't think he had too bad a 20 minutes or so. He's perfect for that kind of role, but needs must, so we're going to have to put him in there. Alongside him, going to go with a young lad, Guendouzi. Again, it's not what I would like to see, not alongside Elneny. I'm hoping that Xhaka's fit, because maybe Elneny and Xhaka, or even Guendouzi and Xhaka, that would work perfectly. But I'm going based on the fact that I feel that Torreira and Xhaka won't be playing, and I don't think we've got that much of a choice, to be quite honest with you. We're giving players some rest, the likes of Ainsley Maitland-Niles. There's an option you could put him in there, but I think he's been playing so well on that right hand side, it'd be a shame to kind of unbalance things, and I want to give him a rest and get him ready for Wednesday's game against Wolves. So yeah, Guendouzi's what I'm going to go with. And again, I don't want to see none of this crap that I saw in the game against Everton. I think that it'll be a lot different with the fact that we're playing at home. So I'm taking the gamble, and that's what I would go with. In the attacking 3, again, this is where we're going to have some changes. Of course, Aaron Ramsey is going to be out for 2 to 3 weeks with an injury. And yeah, I'm going to have to juggle things around. So first of all, on the right hand side of that 3, I'm going to go with Mkhitaryan. Perfect game for him. I felt that before he picked up that little injury and he missed the Man United game, he was absolutely superb, and he was looking like the player that I remember from Dortmund. And then since he came back and he's been playing bits here and there, hasn't really hit them heights again, and he's looking more like the Mkhitaryan that was playing at Manchester United. But good chance for him this game, and that's where I'm going to go with on that right hand side. On the left of that 3, I'm going to go with Alex Iwobi. Does exactly what he always does. He works hard. He will get in the right areas. It's just that final ball, that final shot, that final delivery. If he gets that right, he's going to be an unbelievable player. But yeah, for this one, no problems whatsoever, and that's Alex Iwobi. In the middle of that three, I'm going to go with Mesut Ozil, bringing him back into the side. Of course, Aaron Ramsey is injured. He was rested or taken out tactically, whatever way you want to look at it, for the game in Naples. It actually worked. It didn't backfire. It was perfect. So he's going to be fit, fresh and ready for this game. So no problems whatsoever. And that's Mesut Ozil. Up front, as the main striker, I'm going to go with Alexandre Lacazette. Based on the fact that he only got about 70 minutes in Naples. So he's going to be, you know, raring to go and ready to get back out there. I'm going to put Aubameyang in reserve. He played the full 90 minutes. He run his bollocks into the ground, to be quite honest with you. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to go with for this one. I feel that we need to rotate things a little bit. We've also got the reserve of having the likes of Aubameyang on the bench, because we have lost the likes of Xhaka and Torreira and Aaron Ramsey. Our bench may not be as strong as it always is, so I want to have a little something in reserve just in case it's going wrong, and that's what I'm going to go with. So yeah, that is it. That is the preview, and that is the predicted lineup. I feel that's a very, very strong side, home to Crystal Palace. They're not no mugs. I know where they are in the league, and we should be winning this game, and we do have a very good home record against them, but we can't take it for granted. It's that point of the season where it's squeaky bum time, as Sir Alex Ferguson used to say, and any points dropped right now will be a catastrophe. It's as simple as that. So as usual, let me know in the comment section whether you agree or disagree. Let me know what your predicted lineup will be. There will be a player rating straight after the game. And then we will be getting ready for the Wolves game. So listen, until the next video, I'll see you lot soon. I'm out of here.